Hey everyone, welcome to CBI 2024. We're just about to start round one. Um, yeah, we got 100 players, and we're doing a cut to top eight. I'm like super nervous because yeah, we have 100 players. 100 players, 8 rounds of single-sided Swiss is not enough to get a good cut to top eight. So we have to get pretty lucky with with matchups, and we're not off to a great start. We've got our opponent here is playing Ob, and I'm playing Hoshiko. So I'll give a little talk about my runner to start off. So here's my runner. I am playing. It's just pretty much my worlds list. There's like two changes really. I've swapped into Echelon out of Carmen to make influence room for a second Bones, which I think is unnecessary because there's a lot of the asset decks are now falling out of the meta. But it's still good against PD. And then we also cut both Fermenters for a second Leech and a third. Oh yeah, we cut both Fermenters for a second Leech, and which makes room for the Bones. Um, yeah, there's more Mavericks in the meta, less Fermenter. Leech is a bit more of an active card, and it's good against PD. Was the general thoughts there. There's not too much I need to say about this one. I feel it's good against random corpse, and I'm just very comfortable with it. Also, hopefully my audio is not that bad. I'm trying to talk loud and not use my microphone, and just like try to use my computer mic to see if there's a difference from my last video. So yeah, here we are. Round one has not started yet. Yeah, so we're still waiting. Yeah, not too much else to say. I tried a round with like 3 Diesel, 1 Boomerang. Ended up going back. We played with 2 Bankar and 1 Leech and 2 Fermenter. And then I ended up cutting the 2 Fermenters for a second Leech and a Bankar back. So not really any changes. There's a couple changes during the testing process, but yeah, ended up going to a list that was pretty similar. Essentially, just cutting Fermenter for Leech and Bones and swapping Echelon. I've been liking the Echelon swap. It's good against HBs. You can break Drafters for 3, or match at 3 Strength, break for 2. The deck's going to be weaker against Jinteki, so hopefully we won't run into those. And if we do, we'll have to be a little luckier in terms of getting money, because we're not going to be able to install Carmen and just run around. Yeah, but our first challenge here is Ob. And Ob is a pretty big challenge. Let me just check to see my deck lists are here. I'll talk about my corp. I'm playing as Mari on corp side, and I'll talk about that at the start of round 2 when I play corp. Unless I have time now, which I shouldn't. Oh, actually I do. I mean, we can talk about the corp a little bit now. Yeah, so let me just check. And okay, so my corpus has Mari. We're playing a 6 Mari deck. There was a lot of Lus running around, and I kind of was like, I want to build a deck that can beat Lu. So how we do that, we play a Glacier deck that has triple Magnet, double Maverick, and not a lot of agendas. I think Asmari was a very good shell for that. Border Control is just a really good ice against Lu, because you got to boost your Audrey by 1 onto this 1 strength, which is pretty good. And then Tollbooth is also really, really good against the Lu and Mulch type decks, because they don't have a ton of money. So making them pay 3, even if it's Botulist or Audrey or whatever, will oftentimes end the run, and then, or it costs them too much money. And then F2P has been really the star of this deck. We're up to 3, and F2P is like amazing Central's Ice. I think you'd play like 5 of these if you could. Yeah. Played around with how many daily quests to play. We ended up going. I started at 3, went down to 2, went down to 1, went down to 0, went back up to 2, and went up to 3. So been all over the place with the daily quest. But back here, there's a couple matches where you really want it. Okay. Yeah, we can just like. That's about it. Yeah, trying to figure out what else to say, but there's no defensive upgrade. Defensive upgrade's border control, so we kind of have to like manage going a little faster because our defensive upgrade is not as good as something like Biovault or Void. Yeah, this is a weird start time for a lot of people. I think it's like it's 2:24 p.m. for me, and wow, it's 11:24. Yeah, gonna play a couple rounds and then drop out to sleep. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, looks like we're good to begin. Let's select the deck. Let's go. Need a good start against Ob. It's 54 card Ob. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna open up my runner deck list on the side here. I'm not gonna full screen because it's just better for me to not full screen. Yeah. Maybe I can zoom in though. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Okay, I don't want to play around with this too much during the round. Bankar Paladin, Twinning, Cleaver, and Maw. Is that a good hand? Into an Ob that I'm not sure about. Don't know what they're on. We want some draw. There's only 2 good cards in this hand. Cleaver's good. Paladin's good, and Bankar is like fine. But you don't want to Bankar into Envelopment. We're gonna mulligan this. This is a better hand. Dirty Laundry is more of an active card for turn 1. Daily Cast, Bankar, draw last click. Unless they go for a remote, in which case we'll poke the remote. Maybe we'll boomerang it, depending on what the ice is. If we want to trash an early Rashida. They mulliganed. They're playing a 54 card deck, so they're going to have some consistency issues, maybe. Yeah, as I said, I'm super nervous because trying to make cut in an 8-round, 8 single-sided Swiss like 8 rounds of single-sided Swiss with 100 players is crazy. Okay, are we playing traps? Are we gonna find out? I guess we can laundry first in case we have to pay 4. But if this is wage workers, we just leave it. Maybe? Let's go HQ first. Because we're going to want to play the laundry anyways. Okay, that's good to know. Let's run this. Interesting. Interesting. So we might be playing against Asset Ob. Trashing this will slow them down. Let's trash it. Turns out our Bones is going to come in to play here. So SDS is good information because especially we seeing wall to wall. So they're probably playing some kind of asset ob deck where their agenda suite is just 5/3s. We'll need to watch out for As If Protocol. So I gotta make sure I don't die to As If Protocol. But if I can find my bones, then I should be able to keep control of this board. So that's the objective for the next couple turns here. Just get value, draw, find our bones. And hopefully I will have bought myself time by paying 3 to trash the wall-to-wall there. Because I'm going to want to get rid of that anyways. And the thing is, right, sometimes you might not trash something because they might just have another one, and you will have spent a click and... You would well, I made the run already, so you will have spent 3 credits, and they're going to install another one, which might feel bad if you're tight on credits, but it is less of a concern because they're playing 54 cards. But we'll see. Okay, so this is an asset deck. Really? What? Really? They're going to try to score SDS here? That seems really good for me. Okay. I mean, we'll Bankar it in case we end up deciding to run. Hopefully we draw bones here and we just trash this wage. We're so good. We're so good. Ooh, we have the leech too. The leech is really good. The leech lets us steal the SDS. It's an interesting play. And we're not concerned about like Oppo, right? So like threat being at 3 is fine. There is a world where we just let them score it because it just costs them a lot of tempo. We'll see if they put a second advancement on this. If they do, we might Boomerang and Bankar. And if they don't, we might just run without Bankar to see if they want to res the ice. Because I have a feeling it's just going to cost them a bunch of money. But we'd have to install the leech first, obviously. So it's like install leech, run, and then if there's like a trash program subroutine on there, then that sucks. But we should just out money them and stay on top of whatever else they're going to do after going up 3 points. Okay. That's concerning, I guess. Let's draw with Ashiko. That's an amazing draw. So I guess we could just Bankar that and then install Leech and run. Sorry, we would Diesel first so we don't die to envelopment. That's fine. This is a very obvious SDS, right? I mean, we might die to like damage plus Urtica Cipher here, but that's what happens in closed decklist Swiss. So you just got to accept that. If they have border control, then they can res it, take 2 damage, they pop it, and then if they would have to get a new ice on there, and then they can score the SDS and trash my leech. That's probably the best sequence of play for them. I'd actually be behind if that ends up being the case. So, oh, okay. So I'll just take it. Let me install Paladin. Yeah. Next turn we start with $2. We could get Oppo'd here, If we have Oppo and like double under the line, then I guess we lose. But that's life. Ideally, we don't run next turn because we want to flip back. We're probably not going to run after they draw 2 cards. Like the best thing they can have here is Rashida. Oh, that's a really good draw actually. We'd rather just play the moshing. Yeah, we'll just chill. No server. We could just raindrops into that without Bankar. I like that actually. Yeah, let's do that. Like, this is good pressure. They're probably gonna res. Oh. Okay. Rikoko. That seems fine. That seems fine. I like the fact that this is eating up a piece of ice. I don't see that being relevant for a while, so we'll just leave that. That's a good draw. So we go moshing, and then we have to discard 1, which I think is okay. We're ahead. Discard Bankar is beautiful. Install casts is beautiful. We're gonna want the twinning down soon. Oh yeah, we accessed, so we stay flipped. It's unfortunate. Oh. Yeah, that is a play, I guess. Okay, so we gotta watch out for Clearinghouse and for like damage cards. I guess we're racing now? Interesting. Maybe I should have trashed it. That's scary. It's very scary, actually. No Bankar. We just gotta keep cards in hand. I guess if they draw all their seamlesses, then they win? That is kind of scary. So, twinning, Maw, Laundry HQ, and we die to Snare. Oh boy. That's a good draw. We'll just chill. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, Rikoko. We're gonna run the Rikoko just in case they get a bunch of seamless launches? Is that how we're gonna lose this game? Surely they're gonna flood out before that, right? I think so. Yeah. Gotta be very careful. Because they could get Clearinghouse and they can get Urtica Cipher or Cerebral Overrider. So we could run the remote. Wow, really? Okay. We could run the remote, and that would get us. Get us a lot of things. We just gotta keep our cards up, though. We'll wait for another turn. The card is Regolith. Fine. We could install Maw them, Urban Renewal them. Or we could leave the Urban Renewal. Leaving the Urban Renewal seems sketchy. But also Maw seems really good. We don't want to die to random stuff, though, right? But they have Seamless Launch, so do they really have Snare? No. So let's do this. Let's go like this. Let's run HQ. See one additional card. Nice. And Excavator can stay, so we can get a Maw trigger. And then we want to trash this Urban Renewal. Oh, I die here. Actually, yeah, I don't know. They probably don't allow the undo if I die here. We're gonna draw. Lol. Yeah, we could have died to Clearinghouse Zeph Audacity. So actually, so if they Seamless Launch, actually no. So we need to run this Rococo. Actually, that's scary. But we do need to run this Rococo. It's very scary. We need to like Boomerang the Urban. Install Cleaver Run. If they ice the Urban, that might cause us problems too. No ice is ideal. Oh. Huh? Wait, what is happening? And they're moving the advancements to server 7. Okay. And then they're going to score above the law. That's amazing for us. It's great that they felt the need to do that. We did lose both twinnings. That's fine. So we just keep Hoshiko drawing. So like trash this, trash the spin the other way. So trash the spin, trash the Urban, run HQ twice this turn. DJ is a sick draw. But I don't think we're gonna do that. We could do DJ, honestly, but we don't. We could do DJ actually. And just offer double twinning. Yeah. It's fine. That's really good that they got rid of the Rococo. I think we dodged a big bullet there. sloppy on my part that I initiated that run. So next turn we go install Twinning, install Cleaver, run HQ. Pick up Steel Skin or Diesel. Both are good, because we're going to take damage. With the Steel Skin, Diesel will just play, obviously. Ice on HQ is fine. We'll just force that to get rezzed. Winchester could be annoying. We could Bankar it. What happens if we Bankar it? Do we die? We go down to 4 credits. 2, 4. Yeah, we do die. Oh no, because we have Leech. We could Bankar it. Yeah, let's do that. So we install this. We install this. Then we run HQ. I don't think we die. Because we have Leech. So we can break an envelopment. They're 1 credit short of envelopment Maverick's Purge. Oh, and we also have 6 credits, so we can also just pay for it. I forgot about the daily cast too. Very sloppy. Sloppy start. Okay, we want one of these. We just want cards. That's how we're gonna lose this game, is we die. So we just need to not die. C0 additional cards is fine. And then we will check this. Is that okay? I think it is. I think it is okay. So you can get rid of it and gain money, but then you have to get rid of a piece of ice. I think I'm okay with that. Nothing's rezzed as well. Yeah, you can keep that for a turn. We'll see if they want to use it. It's fine. So now there's a piece of ice I don't need to worry about. We'll probably like Diesel, hopefully find a run event, like a Raindrops would be great. Run into HQ, pick up Daily Cast. We want to run that card first. Advance, that's fine. Let's bank our HQ. Let's Diesel run HQ. Do we want to run that card first? I feel like we do. Let's check this. We might just like bounce and do nothing. That is fine. We just run archives here, honestly. Let's Diesel though. Okay. We go archives next turn. Yeah, so we can maw all their cards. So it's Gamble, install Buzzsaw. Discard them all. Okay. Should. Again, we just need to not die to something random. That's amazing. So we can see 3 cards out of R&D, maw the card, run archives. So let's bank our R&D. Let's play Gamble, I think. We could also Diesel. Let's find a Raindrops. Nice. Gamble, Raindrops R&D. Any ice is just bad here. Unless it's like Archer, and then I have to take 4 damage. See, that's great. We'll just take a damage. Let's see, 3, and we'll take that. GG. There is a scary, seamless threat with the Rikoko. I was very afraid of that. Yeah, do you have Clearinghouse? Yeah, that's a scary fork. If you double Seamless the Rikoko, then I have to have Burst Draw, or I have to have an answer. Dying to Azif Audacity on the follow-up turn is very hard to avoid. It's very scary. And the slash and burn too. So I think going for the SDS at the start of the game cost you a bit too much tempo. And then trashing the wall-to-wall at the start ended up hurting them a lot as well. Servers disappearing when there's upgrades or ice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got a no change of game state issue with Rikoko. That's funny. I'll keep chatting. I mean, it's scary for me to use though, because any ice could be a 5 sub envelopment. Yeah, so it was Stavka in front. I don't know, like scoring, I guess scoring it was good for them, because they score that, and then they score with Rikoko Seamless, and then they're like slash and burn Audacity 3-2 away from the win. So it's a good thing that I went for that SDS. Okay, that's the end of round 1. I will continue recording videos, so keep an eye out for the second one. Actually, by the time that I post this, all of them will be posted at the same time. So, yeah, click on the link that should be on screen now to see round 2. I'll see y'all there.